My name is Martin Foss with HTV, and I appreciate everybody coming out today. Pretty hot day, but we got a little breeze, and it looks like it's passed a little bit. It looks like all the rain sort of went around the whole building for most part of the afternoon. Community band's gonna play a couple of tunes for us before we post the colors. But before we get started, we're gonna introduce them in a little bit. Our Lieutenant Governor is here, Billy Nungesser. Y'all give him a home of welcome. And we're going to get to the veterans in just a few short minutes, but our community band, everybody look this way. I want you to see the community band. We featured them on TV a couple of weeks ago. One of their own, Mr. LoCascio. Mr. LoCascio, raise your hand right here. A World War II veteran. Somebody else who plays the same instrument came and sit in his chair today so that he could be up here with the veterans today. Now, I know that's killing him because he wants to be with the community band also, right? All right, World War II veteran. So right now, without further ado, Ms. Karen Dusenberry, I want to thank her. Ms. Denise LeCompte, I want to thank her for helping us out with the community band. I think y'all gonna do a couple of numbers. All right, we're gonna get a little motorcade started. And Mr. Jack Croker, who was last year's Eugene Falls Veteran Award winner, is being escorted. If you just turn your hand, give Mr. Jack a hand. He's getting his little luxury trip around the Civic Center. And we're gonna let Jack's gonna walk into his, look at that chair, Jack. Look what we got for you. Jack is a special man. We're going to talk about Mr. Croker in a little bit. How you feel? You comfortable? You can get used to that, right? All right, good deal. All right, we are going to, once again, a round of applause for our community band. They're excellent. I want to thank Officer Tim Saunier and all the deputies and officers. We're going to post the colors at this point. Very solemn part of the ceremony. So, gentlemen, we'll post the colors. Please stand. All right, now that the colors have been posted, we will get Mr. Dominic LeBoeuf up here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Dominic, of course, is the grandson of my dad, Eugene Falls.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we will remain standing, and before the invocation, the community band and Deacon Lee will lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
We will now call our Vicar General from the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux, Father Simon Peter, who will lead us in the invocation today.
Let us pray. God of all creation, we come before you today to give you honor and praise. Today we are here to honor those that have served our country and given their lives so that we may stand here and live in freedom, justice, and peace. Loving God, bless our veterans, these men and women of courage and valor. Bless them with a deep and abiding understanding of our profound gratitude for them. God, in you is our trust. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
This time we would like to call the Parish President of Terrebonne Parish, Mr. Gordon Dove, up for a welcome to everyone. We have a lot of out-of-towners here today, and we're going to get to them in just a bit.
It's my honor and pleasure to welcome each and every one of you on behalf of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government, the Office of Parish President, and the men and women of the Terrebonne Parish Council. Thank each and every one of you for coming. You know, freedom, we enjoy freedom thanks to the veterans that have made this day possible. We live on through our parents, through our grandparents.
Thank you, Mr. Dove. We appreciate it. Just give you a little history of how this got started. And what's good to see is that the crowd is starting to get bigger and bigger. Way back in the day, about 10 years ago, Dr. A.J. Delahousse sitting here in the front row. Give him a hand. He had an idea. Of course, he had a lot of support. Of course, Melissa and his family, we'll get to them in a second, encouraged him. We have a little token of appreciation. I'm going to get Hunt to do some more duties right now. We have 2 vases of roses right now. I'd like to present to Miss Mary Agnes and also my mom, Lorraine, who's sitting right here in the front row. Get a general to hand you some flowers today. Thank you all very much. All right, so once again, we were very honored that Danny and the committee decided to honor my father and Dr. Delahousse's father. So we have some short bios on each of those. Pon, if we could have you come up first.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming. Biography of Captain Arthur Joseph Delahousse, U.S. MCR. Arthur Joseph Delahousse III was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana on March 9, 1942. He would have celebrated his 76th birthday this past March. Arthur graduated from Baton Rouge High School, and shortly thereafter, the Delahousse family moved to Baton Rouge from Lafayette. He attended LSU and graduated from USL, now ULL, in 1964. After graduation, Arthur volunteered for the United States Marine Corps. In 1965, Arthur married Mary Agnes Hardy from Cecilia, Louisiana, and they had 2 children, Dr. A.J. D., Dr. D., and Mrs. Tim Monique Bro. The Navy selected Arthur for jet pilot training and sent him to Meridian, Mississippi, and then Kingsville, Texas, where he earned his pilot wings as a naval aviator. His flight instructor at Meridian, who later became a prisoner of war and a future presidential candidate, was Senator John McCain of Arizona. In the fall of 1967, Arthur began his tour in Vietnam and flew 89 missions as an F-4B Phantom jet fighter pilot. In January of 1968, about 70,000 North Vietnamese launched the Tet Offensive, a surprise attack on the American forces. Arthur was awakened from his bed around 3:00 a.m. on January 31st, 1968, to the sound of the attack. He sought refuge in a nearby bunker while the North Vietnamese pummeled the airbase with a barrage of mortars and rockets. Arthur was killed instantly when the bunker received a direct rocket hit. 2 months after Arthur's funeral, his widow Mary gave birth to a baby girl, Monique. Arthur never saw his daughter. The Hardy and Delahousie families have been staunch supporters of Mary and her family throughout the years. Captain Arthur Delahousie is fondly remembered as a Marine, loving husband, and a caring father. Arthur proudly held himself to the highest traditions of the United States military and served his country with honor. Let us honor and never forget the many veterans who have sacrificed for the freedoms we continue to enjoy as Americans. It is because of these selfless individuals that our country remains the land of the free and the home of the brave. Please join us in celebrating our veteran heroes and the birthday of this great nation on July 4th, 2018. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
At this time, we're going to call up Dominic LaBeouf, and he's going to read a bio on his grandfather. And Dominic is the son of Kevin and Eleanor LaBeouf, brother of Lily.
Eugene Falls was born in Napoleonville, Louisiana on September 23, 1927. Eugene was married to Lorraine Leonard for 63 years, and they had 6 children, all with college degrees. Eugene Falls enlisted in the Navy at 17 years old in early 1945. In 1950, Mr. Falls re-enlisted into the Korean conflict voluntarily. Mr. Falls was sent directly to train new recruits because of his past World War II experience. Mr. Falls was then assigned to the USS Bennington, a 4,800 crew Navy ship. Please join us in celebrating all of our veteran heroes like Mr. Eugene Falls and the birthday of our great nation on July 4th, 2018.
We're going to bring up Mr. Hunt Downer. General Downer, if you could come up.
I want to first recognize some distinguished guests we have with us. Fellow veterans from across the big pond, stand and be recognized, please.
Hi everybody, my name is Johnny. I served 8 years in the British Army as an infantry soldier. I got medical discharge in 2016. We're joined with 3 American veterans and we're walking 1,000 miles through 68 cities in 12 weeks to raise some money for veteran mental health and all the hidden wounds that people don't see. A lot of veterans over here and in the UK struggle with homelessness and other issues. Please follow our journey, walkofamerica.com.
I'll bring up Danny Peak, who, from what I understand, Dr. Delahousse's father had a co-pilot in his plane, and I think he's here today, Mr. Bob Stemler. Did I say that right? Stemler, could you stand up, please? Give him a hand. We're honored to have you.
Let me just say one thing. This could not be possible to have this event in Houma, Louisiana without you people being here. You make it. You make Houma the best in the United States of America. Okay? Dr. Delahousie, your whole family stand. Ms. Falls, your whole family stand. Please get up. Right now, I want to tell Ms. Falls one thing. Every year that I've been here with your husband, he has come to be like a stepdad. And I start tearing up every time I say this. Eugene, you're not here to give me my Kleenex today, and I miss it, okay? And I miss the man, and Martin will tell you, I love the man. Dr. Delahousie, I never met your dad, but I know how much it means to your family right here. So if it means that much to your family, it means it to me, okay? And I want to thank Dr. D. 10 years ago, the lady standing on the side of him called me on a telephone, and she said, Mr. Dan, I need to talk to you. I said, you need to talk to me? Yeah, people tell me to call you. You can help. So she says, I'll meet you at Starbucks. I said, okay. I didn't know Melissa from anyone here. I walked in there, and I'm sitting down, and this young, beautiful lady walked in, and Dr. D almost lost her, okay? She told me what she wanted, and she wanted me to help with the parade since I'm with the Hercules Carnival Club for 35 years. And I said, I'll do it. I got out there the first year in a little subdivision right back here off of St. Charles Street, and I organized this. I was there at 2 o'clock in the morning, putting out barricades to put all the stuff in it to have the little parade come down. Well, since that day, I will tell you this, and I'll tell Ms. Falls, and I'll tell you, Doc, y'all got me for life, okay? My dad was in World War II on Normandy Beach invasion. My dad made it home, but would never talk about what has happened. All he was saying was, son, I never want you to go and see what I've been through. So anyway, many years later, 4th of July Day, I was supposed to barbecue with my dad and my family. And I went to Louis Gano's grocery store, and I was helping some friends do a deed. I got a phone call, not a phone call, because we didn't have phones, we had pages. Well, Louis told me, he said, you need to get to your dad's house, I need you. I never put it. My dad died, okay? 4th of July Day. So this means a lot to me. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Ms. Falls. Now,
Service members, veterans, for the 21-gun salute and taps, please rise, face the flag, and salute as appropriate.
God bless y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Appreciate it.